on a day that it was announced Brooks Koepka and Bryson DeChambeau, the match we all needed, the match we all wanted, and it's not even the biggest news in golf today. That's because Fantasy from the Fairway is back. Jenkins Jr., the return, season 2, Fantasy from the Fairway. We went 41 freaking weeks, and now we're back.
Yeah, to be honest, I didn't think we'd be here.
No, not a chance.
But we are, and I'm excited for it. Just feels good to be back.
What a moment. A lot of dedication to this moment, and we're going to pick up where we started this whole thing, and that was the Shriners Hospitals for Children Open a year ago, probably not today, but a year ago this event, good event for the children.
Yep.
And we're back. What a moment. So let's get into it, man. No need to waste time. And Junior, we never made a video after the Tour Championship, but I just want to tell you congratulations, bro. You won it. You are the FedEx Cup winner of this season or last season. Just an incredible moment for you. Congratulations. You were the only one to have an outright winner as a pick. Obviously, there's some strategy involved there, so it is what it is. But congratulations on that. We tied on top 25s.
That's actually
most
pretty
incredibly,
crazy.
27%.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
Surely an interesting thing. But you're the winner. I will. I'm coming for blood this year. No doubt about it. I left this in here as well because I don't want it. I already formatted it, so I don't want to delete it. But that's what that really has nothing to do with anything. So.
I think this year will be more interesting with the FedEx Cup because we actually understand what we're doing now.
Yeah, because
like last year,
there's a lot of guys that didn't
randomly. Yeah.
A lot of guys that didn't end up getting used. Yeah, so definitely some strategy in there. Expect some big things, but we appreciate you if you're here on YouTube, Fantasy from the Fairway. If you're here on a potentially different platform, I don't know where this whole thing will end up, but if you find it in podcast form, appreciate you being here. Go ahead and subscribe to the YouTube Fantasy from the Fairway. That way you can see the slides. Also, you may be here on Relevant. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get that to work. Relevant is a new app we're using on ESPN 690, and it's pretty cool. So I'm going to try to get it working Fantasy from the Fairway. So that'd be pretty cool if we get that going. So if you are hearing this on Relevant, go subscribe to the YouTube Fantasy from the Fairway. Pretty much in general, wherever you're hearing this, if it's not on YouTube, and if it is on YouTube, just go ahead and subscribe Fantasy from the Fairway. So situation is this: TPC Summerlin, Las Vegas, Nevada, 7,255 yards. Bobby Weed and the boy Fuzz designed this one. Nice and tough. Not very tough because, as you see, if you're watching on YouTube, the previous 3 winners, Martin Laird, you almost forget. Second time winning this event, Martin Laird, 23 under in a playoff. Kevin, minus 23 as well, won in 2019. And that is not a photoshopped photo. That is Skinny Bryson down there in 2018. I had a picture of that one, and then I had the U.S. Open that he won next to it.
Yeah,
different human being, I swear.
So 2 interesting things on that slide.
What you got?
Kevin Na withdrew, sadly, rib injury.
Yes, he did.
And then, the Brooks Bryson thing. That'll be really fun. 12 holes in Las Vegas. So
yeah, it'll be awesome.
I'm sure if you're watching this, you'll be watching that. So that's really, really cool.
Absolutely. Hyped for that. Just coming off the Ryder Cup, obviously, was great. And honestly, the Tour Championship was not long ago. And we've already had 2 pretty good events so far this season as well. And in these early season events, you never know what you're going to get. But we already have 2 mainstream winners in Max Homa and Sam Burns. So I don't know if that's a good thing for golf that these guys won and you know who they are, or because usually you get some random winners and that's kind of how people establish themselves. But and I guess Max Homa and Sam Burns aren't household names, but they're definitely people you know. But nevertheless, congratulations to them. But maybe we'll get a random winner this week. Who knows? But this is the 10K and above. DraftKings, Shriners, Jenkins Jr. This is the 10K. We are almost the same here. We both got a little flip-flop at the top with Zalatoris and Webb. Webb is just incredible here. That's why I went with Webb. Zalatoris, not a bad pick. We both have Sam Burns at 3, obviously coming off a win. And the difference, I have Answer at 5. You have him at 4. And I got Brooks Koepka in there. You got Victor Hovland in there. Start wherever you'd like.
Yeah, I'll just start up at 1. Zalatoris has been playing the past couple of tournaments. So I like the fact that he's been playing in tournament settings and all that. He's not going to be coming off a long break like some of these players will. So I think that plays in his favor. He's also incredible at golf. We all know his approach numbers are insane. The question mark for him has been, and I feel like will continue to be, the putter.
Yeah.
But maybe now that he's kind of established on tour, I think that might come around this year. And so this is a tournament that usually good putters tend to win. So that is why I'm a little skeptical about putting him up at 1. But I think the price, him being the cheapest person in the 10K range, and the fact that he's been playing recently is enough for me to go 1 with him.
Yeah, no, it's solid. I think he's played in both events so far this year. We do golf picks on our show, and never fails. Brent Martineau done picked Will Zalatoris last week, so yeah, he has the lead in our FedEx Cup points over there. I had Corey Connors, who finished in the top 20, solid finish.
17th, I believe, right?
Yeah, very good finish for Corey Connors, keeping it going. But talk about him in a bit. Webb, you're going to be able to give me the exact numbers, but Webb, when Paul Tesori was on PGA Tour Live last year, we heard him talk about kind of Webb's schedule. He's Webb's caddy, if you don't know. And Webb only plays in events that he thinks he has a good chance of winning, and he definitely has a good chance of winning this one.
Yeah, I think if anybody loves this course, it's Webb Simpson. He is leading out of the field in strokes gained per round here at 1.73 is what he's averaging. Gaining on the fellow competitors, he's gaining 1.73 strokes. He is also a guy that we often talk about. There's no bad parts of his game. This is a course where you don't have to be crazy long to do well at. And that is the one thing that I think holds Webb back in some tournaments. So there's no reason to fade Webb Simpson this week.
Absolutely. Sam Burns, unless you got some crazy numbers, we don't got to spend much time on it. Just won last week. He's in good form.
Yeah, that's what I have.
Abraham Answer has 2 fourth-place finishes here, but he also has some missed cuts here.
Yeah.
Is it? Well, I'll just tell you. Brooks is another guy that has. It's the same as Abraham Answer. He has some good finishes and some missed cuts. He just played at the Ryder Cup. I think if he cares at all, he'll do well. The question is, does he care? So I think you have some boom value. That's why I have Brooks at 4 and Answer at 5, and I left Hovland off because he's never played here, I don't believe. And
correct. Yep.
Wasn't great in the Ryder Cup, so I'll leave it as I have it.
Yeah, I just went against Koepka here on my list because he's by far the most known player in this field. I think a lot of people will be rostering him.
Sure.
I don't think he's going to do poorly at all, but it's also a tournament where, like you said, you have to question if he really cares about it, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
So, yeah, that's the only reason.
Let's move to that 9K, man, as Garrett Cole gets out of the second inning, leaves some runners on base, looking shaky through the beginning.
What's the score of that one?
That'll be 2-0 Boston on the Xander Bogaerts home run in the first. Once you see this video, the game will likely be over.
Yeah.
So that really doesn't have
no
any
spoilers
value.
here. Yeah.
If you DVR'd the game and you're not watching it until like a couple days from now, sorry about that.
All right. We're going to start off the 9K season 2 with Louis Oosthuizen at 9,900. He has only played this course once. He's 1-1. He finished 19th. And he was the number 1 putter on tour last year. Like I said earlier, if you putt well, you tend to do well here. So Louis Oosthuizen should definitely be setting himself up for a good performance this week. Moving down to 9-7, we have Scotty Scheffler. He's only 1 of 2 here, with his 1 cut made being a 74th place finish. He was obviously cut in the other one, and last year finished 107th in putting. That just doesn't bode well for him this week. Scotty's one of those guys who can get crazy hot and win the tournament, but I'm going to stay away from him here just because of course history and his putting. Hideki is tied 5th here at 1.34 strokes gained per round. He is tied with the man on the bottom of the thumbs up, Siwoo Kim, at 1.34 strokes gained. So they are both thumbs up for me. They both clearly play well at this course. And that's enough for me to be confident running them out there this week. Harris English, I'm going to thumbs down because his last 3 here have been cut, 36th, and then cut. And we know Harris has had a crazy couple of weeks. That dude's on College Game Day.
Yeah.
So Harris might have not been playing as much golf as some other people here.
Yeah,
He's been having fun. Good for him. It was awesome seeing him. But I'm going to stay away from him this week. And then Sung Jae Im is 2 for 2 here with a 13th place finish and a 15th place finish. So good to go there. And that takes us to the 8K. There were only 6 people in the 9K range due to Kevin Na withdrawing. So that made my job very, very easy. And on to the 8K. We start off with Paul Casey at 8,900. He was cut last year in the event. And in 2021, finished 124th in strokes gained putting, losing 0.1 strokes gained per round. We move on to Corey Connors at 8.8. When he played Sanderson, he finished tied 17th, like we were talking about earlier. He finished 11th at week greens and regulation. The one concerning thing is he does have bad course history here. But like I said, you have to putt well. Corey Connors was a horrible putter during the times he was here. He's gotten much better putting, and we saw that down the stretch as he had many, many good finishes. So there's no reason for me to think Corey Connors is going to play poorly this week. Patrick Reed is next at 8.6. I think 8.6 is crazy cheap for Patrick Reed.
Absolutely.
Clearly, he had health issues, of course, kept him out. But I think this honestly will be the lowest you see him all year long. Usually he's a 10K guy. I think just because he has missed some time, hasn't been out there regularly, and at the end of last year wasn't playing that well, to be honest. I think that's why you see him here at 8.6. He was 4th putting last year. The one concern that I have, other than maybe he's a little less healthy, I guess, he hasn't played here since 2014. That's pretty crazy.
A little bit.
Like, he's a guy who plays a lot of golf. And he has not been to Summerlin. Well, he might have been, but he hasn't been at Summerlin when
everybody else was there
in a PGA tournament since 2014.
Yeah.
But Patrick Reed 8.6, that's crazy value. I feel free to play Patrick Reed this week. Cameron Tringale is next at 8.5. His last 4 finishes here have been 2nd, 31st, cut, and 19th. 3 for 4 with 3 really good finishes for Cameron Tringale. Good enough for me. Adam Scott, still don't know what's going on with Adam Scott.
How could you?
Have no idea. Nobody knows. And for that reason, I'm good.
I think it's promising that he's in the field this week, because we didn't see him for so long last year and we were wondering about him. So I think it's a positive sign that he's in the field right now.
Yeah. It was really weird last year when he came back. He came back late, but when other Europeans came back, they played the next couple of weeks. He came back for one event, disappeared, played another event. It was just really, really weird last year. And really, we don't know what he's looking like right now. We didn't know what he's looking like last year, and wasn't that good. So I'm good to stay away from him until we know what's going on there.
Yeah.
Joaquin Neiman is a guy who is very, very good here. He's gained 1.43 strokes, which is 3rd among players in the field over his last 10 rounds at TPC Summerlin. So you're good to go here with Joaquin Neiman. Matthew Wolff is a guy that I like here, which is surprising for me to say because at the end of last year, he was a guy we never liked.
Sure.
So Matt Wolff, 2 for 2 here. He has an 18th and a 2nd place finish. He was also tied 17th alongside Corey Connors at the Sanderson Farm tournament.
Yep.
And 82 is very cheap for a guy who can easily go out and win a golf tournament. So for that reason, I'm good with Matthew Wolff. Charlie Hoffman at 8-1. So far this season, he has already managed to be 101st in putting, and his last 6 at TPC Summerlin have been cut, 74th, 18th, cut. So I'm going to stay away from him at 8-1 when there are people, Joaquin Neiman 8-3 and Matt Wolff at 8-2, just $100, $200 more dollars, who are much, much better here. And then EVR, he has never played this tournament. He is 64th putting, But the good news is, if you live in Las Vegas and you are going to the tournament, you will get an Eric Van Rooyen autograph.
You will, absolutely. Does not matter if they tell him not to. He brought a Sharpie.
So regardless of where he finishes this week, if you're there, whether you want one or not, you'll probably leave with an autograph. So
yeah, just to be clear, if you don't want it, you're probably still getting it.
Yeah.
But you don't even really have to ask either. He'll just kind of appear.
Don't wear one of your nicer hats because it will probably be signed if you're anywhere near that man this week.
Yeah, literally. Yeah. And as many as you want. Just start taking off your shoes and such if you just really want to lay down the rack to EVR. But we love EVR. Gotta love EVR.
Yep.
To the 7K we go, and like I said, this is a pretty good 7K range for the time of year of this event. Obviously, this is one of the bigger events at this point in the calendar, but not a bad 6K as you'll see. We'll start though with Kevin Streelman, the boy.
Question for you, really quickly before you start. I don't pay attention. You pay more attention to this stuff than I do. Normal PGA schedule when this event comes around, is this like an event right before or after a big tournament, or is there like a big European tournament normally going on at this time?
I don't believe so.
Okay.
It's kind of, it's pretty much the only staple in this early part of the calendar.
Because I was surprised at how good the field was.
Yeah, I mean, I think obviously the charity aspect to it, and for the kids and all that plays in, and I think that's the main reason why people play in this event. Obviously, a TPC course has something to do with it as well, although that doesn't really matter when it comes to John Deere. But I think it's just one that you like to say you played in, especially for the charity part of it.
Yeah.
We'll talk to a guy that's played in a few times, and that's Kevin Streelman. Unfortunately, he's probably done some good things for charity, but unfortunately, he has not done a lot of good things for his career here. His last couple here since 2017, cut, 51, 67, and 61. So Streelman, not really an option at the top of the 7K range. Maverick McNeely does not make the graphic if you're watching on YouTube. But he did finish second at the Fortin Net. We called it on radio the Fortnite.
Yep.
So that he's an option there. He's playing well. But Brian Harmon is the first thumbs up guy on the graphic because for some reason he is $7,600 after the incredible year he had last year. This is his season debut. His last three starts here, 13, 18, and 15. Had a great year last year. No reason to believe he's going backwards. It is his first start of the year, like I said, but give me some Brian Harmon for sure. Mark Leishman hasn't played here since 2010. I'm not a big Mark Leishman, you should play Mark Leishman guy. Never have been. Probably never will be. But he did finish T4 at the Fortin Net, and I feel like I should let you know. That's all we got on Leishman. Kazire would be next, and you can see him on the thumbs up graphic if you're on YouTube. Last couple start his career here, I should say. Second, cut, fourth, 42, 42nd, and 24th. So some quality finish there from Kazire, obviously a guy that we have liked in the past. Ryan Palmer, another guy we're going to mention, not on the graphic. Last four here, 34, 37, 7, and 16. Quality from Ryan Palmer. Cheap in that 7.5 range. Very cheap for Ryan Palmer. Emiliano Grillo makes the thumbs down graphic, unfortunately, due to his career of 34th cut and cut here. That's going to be a no on Grillo. I believe he missed the cut last week as well. So not good. And we come to Ricky Fowler, who, against all odds, is thumbs up. Ricky Fowler has had a dreadful run of things. It has not been good. He's very, very cheap, $7,300 on draft.
Yeah, I don't know what's more surprising, that you thumbs up Ricky Fowler or the fact that a couple of years ago, if you told somebody Ricky Fowler would be $7,300, they'd never believe you.
That's very, very good point. But I'll tell you why he's thumbs up. I can't really explain to you the 73. Well, I can, but I can explain to you the thumbs up. And that's because his career here has been 7, 22nd, 25th, 4th, and cut. Now, the cut was last year, obviously. You could probably figure that out. But he has been very good here. He's very cheap. And we haven't seen Ricky in a bit. Might have fixed some stuff, might not have. But I think if you're going to try it, I mean, at $7,300, you're not really investing too much into it. And
right,
I think he's making the cut. I don't expect him to finish 4th, but I expect him to make the cut. And at 73, if he makes the cut, then everything's perfect. If he happens to contend, how about it? So that's how I'm feeling about Ricky Fowler. But if you don't love Ricky Fowler, same price point, you can get Luke List. So I don't know if you'd be feeling super excited about that. But 15th, 20th, 13th, and cut here, and he's 2 for 2 this season. So some quality results from Luke List as well. Pat Perez is boomer bust. He's been his last 3 here. He got cut last year. He then finished 3rd in 2020 and 7th in 2019, but he does have some missed cuts before that. So it is risky. Obviously, Pat Perez. Obviously, we still don't know about his foot. I know he had some foot issues.
Oh God, the foot.
Not the foot. The one time he played Pat Perez and he quits in the second round because of freaking
that's
foot.
tough. Yeah,
it is tough. But Pat Perez, boomer bust. He makes the thumbs down just because I don't trust it. But hey, there is some boom there. Scott Stallings, no boom at 7,200. His last 5 here would be cut 41, 69, nice 55, and cut. Scott Stallings got to stay away from that. Stuart Sink, 12 of 13 career here, dating back to 2020 or 2020, 2000. The millennium.
Yeah.
2000. Goodness gracious, 12 for 13 since 2000. Best finish was 3rd. So, Stuart Sink. Martin Laird, we should mention him. He's down here in this range. He's 9 for 11 here. He's won it twice, including last year. Poulter's in the field for some reason. It's his first start here since 2005. The Gainesville native, Ian Poulter.
Wait, what?
His kid goes to Florida, so he's
really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Poulter in the field. Sebastian Munoz, unfortunately, is 0 for 2 this season. He is 2 for 3 here, but his best finish is 27th. I'd stay away from Munoz. Lucas Glover, surprisingly, his last 3 finishes here are 9th, 7th, and 3rd. So that's a pretty solid option at the bottom of the 7K. Ryan Moore.
We all know Glover has to do well.
Like his life depends on it, Jenkins.
Oh.
Ryan Moore, $7,000. He won this thing in 2012. He is 7 out of 8 in his last 8 here. And Ches Reavie, it's a new season, but per the usual, folks, per the usual, something will change. And that would be Ches Reavie. He's in now. If you don't know, he's in now. As we go to the 6K, we start with Roger Sloan. Nice finish last week. He's 0 for 2 here. I'm not buying it at 69. Charles Howell, the 1, 2, 3, 3rd, 8 out of 9 here since 2009. Could use that at the top of the 6K. Adam Hadwin doesn't make the graphic, but he is 4 out of 5 here with 2 top 10s. Hopefully, Adam Hadwin can turn it around after not too good of a year last year. Adam Shank, the boy, makes the graphic 3 out of 4 here, 27th, 18th, and 20th. Quality stuff from Adam Shank. Matt Naismith, 6,700, still at the top of that 6K, 2 for 2, 8 and 18th here. Quality. Scott Piercy, been playing in this event a long time, 15 times to be exact. He's made 12 of those cuts, including 10th in 2019 and 19th last season. So that's pretty quality stuff. He also finished T11 at the Fortinet, so he's hot. I hate to do it. KH Lee is thumbs down. But sometimes you got to be honest with yourself. KH Lee is 0 for 3 here. I don't love it. Love KH, though. But
yes, you do.
So I would stay away from KH in this situation. Keith Mitchell, another guy, 0 for 3 here in that mid-tier, bottom-tier 6K. Nick Watney, nice finish last week. He is boom or bust. He's been good here, but he's also missed some cuts. Take that into consideration. I just think there's a lot of quality options in the 6-7 range, which is why I'd stay away from Watney. Surprisingly, Chesson Hadley is thumbs up. Right around this time last year, you called this man the skinniest man in America.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. I don't know why you disrespected him at this event due to the fact he has 3 top 10s here and he's 5 out of 7. So maybe you just were calling him skinny. I don't know. But Chesson Hadley.
Yeah, I don't remember the exact circumstances behind it. I don't think I was saying it negatively.
No, I just think you were.
I think I was just making an observation.
Yeah, I mean, look, sometimes you got to state the facts.
I love it.
Chesson is very skinny.
Yeah.
But hey, quality golfer right here in Vegas. Hopefully he drinks lots of water because, skinny, not to dehydrated. Chesson Hadley, the boy, thumbs up for sure. Where are we at? Harry Higgs, 0 for 2 here. That's going to be a no from Harry Higgs. So that's going to be the 6 to 6-5. And now we'll give you one option in the bottom half. Start with Nate Lashley. 2 for 3 here in his career. T16 and T17 this season. playing well. Lashley, super solid option. I'm playing Lashley this week. Sam Ryder, 2 for 4 here, both top 20 finishes. So what that means is 50% of the time he does get cut here. But the times that he makes the cut, he's quality finishes. So it's 6-3 if you're taking a risk. Sam Ryder, I believe he made both of his cuts this year as well. So, take a flyer on that. Wyndham Clark is back in the thumbs up in the good graces. He finished 13th here last season. He is 2 for 3 at this event. So Wyndham Clark. The boy Sung Kang, 2 for 2 this season. Made his last 2 cuts here. Not much more than a made cut, but hey, Sung Kang, golfing. And at 6-0, Camilo Villegas, 4 out of 6 here. That's great. That's a 6-4 to 6-0. Week 1. It looks weird. Week 1.
It really does.
So if you're unfamiliar on how this works, we will fill you in. We every single week here on Fantasy from the Fairway, we pick a winner. We can pick any winner we want this week, any person in the field. However, we can only pick these people once. And as the season goes on, we will keep track of who we have picked and who we have not. If you're like me, you'll try to pick Colin Morikawa twice and get 0 points that week. But you can only pick somebody once, and we will put their FedEx Cup points together and find a winner. At the top 25 range, there is no limit unless you start picking the dude every week. But they have to be under the 8K price points of 7-9 and below to finish inside the top 25. It's pretty straightforward. We will keep the points. We will keep the percentages of the top 25s. And Junior, if you remember, we started out super strong top 25s last year.
Did we? I don't remember.
I started like 2 for 3 or 3 for 4, something like that, and then finished like 9 for 11 or 9.
Okay.
So overall, not great. But we started out strong with that last year. Boston Red Sox are now up 3-0 after a Kyle Schwarber home run. So Garrett Cole, the $300 million man, is blowing it. Aaron Boone likely to be fired by the time you see this video.
No more spider tag.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough when you actually
It's tough.
Sport.
Yeah.
But nevertheless, Junior, you're the winner. You won last year. Congratulations. I think it's only right we let you start it off, man.
Okay, and I feel like that's fair because I highly doubt the guy I'm going to say is who you're really banking on this week. Fair. Give me Hideki.
You know what? I like it because did you pick Hideki? I think you did.
I think I did last year, yeah.
I didn't pick him until the very end. So I like the fact that you said, you know what, let me get a quality player to start this thing off.
Yep.
So Hideki Matsuyama to win the Shriners. That's quality. Junior, I feel like I need to compete with you here.
Okay. Did my pick change yours?
Didn't have a pick, to be honest with you, going in.
Okay. I didn't either.
Per the usual, I kind of figure things out on the fly.
Yeah, that's what I do.
I'd hate to pick a guy in his first start of the season, but I'm going to do it. And I'm going to take Webb Simpson. I don't even think I picked Webb last year. So we got to start strong. Give me Webb. Top 25 again, bro. You had the floor due to your win last year.
Oh, okay. Give me Ricky.
I like it. You believe in the brick?
I do. I think this is his season. He makes it back. Spieth had his last year's. Oh, I think this is Ricky's.
I like it. And they say scared money don't make money, Junior. You ever heard that one?
Quite often.
Somehow I'm not surprised. And I'm not one. I know you're not one for scared money. Neither am I, although I do like my money when I have it. But it's pretty straightforward here. The option is scared money don't make money. Give me Chesson Hadley to finish inside the top 25.
Oh, wow.
Sometimes you have to make a statement, and that's what we're doing right here. We're making a statement. Chesson Hadley, Webb Simpson. You have Hideki Matsuyama, Ricky Fowler for the Shriners. Jenkins, we're back. What a start.
Yeah, it feels good to be back. Before we do leave, I think there's an MLB umpire who's retiring this year.
Okay.
43 years in the league.
Yep.
Ain't that something?
Yeah, that is something.
So I think Fantasy from the Fairway is going to take a five second Moment of silence.
He's not dead.
It feels like he is.
All right, we'll take 5.
All right.
Thank you.
Yeah. Just like we had to throw that out there.
I didn't see that one coming, folks. Fantasy from the fairway. If you know who the umpire is, go ahead and leave a comment in the comments.
You'll win an autographed picture.
Yeah, of somebody.
Somebody.
Yeah, unconfirmed too. But appreciate you listening. Fans from the fairway. If you're on YouTube and you're not subscribed, just subscribe. If you already subscribed, then just like the video.
Honestly, last year we were trying so hard to give away an autograph. Maybe this is the year somebody listens.
Yeah,
and wins it. This could be your year.
If you're on somewhere that's not YouTube, go to YouTube, hit subscribe, Fantasy from the Fairway. You might win something at some point. Some might just show up that you have. But until next week, Jenkins Jr., enjoy the golf. Good luck in your contests. And we'll speak to you after Aaron Boone has been fired by the New York Yankees.
Yes, sir. Peace.